Alright everybody, we have a pretty important week coming up out of Destiny 2, as you can see here by the message popped up on the screen. We have the Inverted Spire Nightfall, which is super easy. That strike will have arc burn, so Storm Chasers or hotheads are going to work really well. Obviously a G-Horn to combine with the hotheads. But as you can see, enjoy extra Nightfall rewards all week long. And with only 3.5 weeks left in the season, this is going to be a very good prime opportunity to get in there and get to farming up some exotics, some Ascendant Shards, especially when it is such an easy Nightfall like the Inverted Spire. Also, DSC is going to be the Pinnacle Raid. Also, the Pinnacle Raid is going to be DSC for anybody that's trying to farm up a succession. And the cherry on top of all this good news is that the Nightfall weapon next week is going to be none other than the Hothead itself, one of the best rocket launchers in the game. And you're definitely going to want to have one of these ready to go going into ARC 3.0 next season. This is going to be Double Nightfall Rewards on a very easy strike. Even the GM for this is a complete cakewalk. Total freebie. Final week of Solstice, one of the easiest Nightfalls in the game. Double Nightfall Rewards with one of the best weapons up for grabs next week to farm in the Hothead. Arguably the most important week left in the season begins next Tuesday. Just a fair heads up. Since we are talking about the Hothead rocket launcher, might as well go ahead and bring up its perk pool. So obviously in the third column, you can get things like tracking, field prep, demo, ensemble, and auto loading. Bro, this rocket launcher is just so good. And then the fourth column, clown cartridge, vorpal, explosive light, or lasting impression. I'm gonna keep a sag with you. I'm not the biggest lasting impression fan, but that's just a skill issue on my end. Obviously auto loading, tracking, and field prep are all juicy, and then demolitionist is very good if you're using like a grenade build, specifically the Starfire protocol. But outside of that, I don't see any use for demolitionist on this rocket launcher. Vorpal and explosive light is good for some extra damage, and I'm always a huge fan of clown cartridge, especially for some burst DPS where I need to fire back-to-back rockets, whether it's in a GM or a raid. I like clown cartridge. Personally, a role that I'm still hunting down for this rocket launcher is field prep and clown. We'll be trying to farm that role up next week. Let me know your favorite role on the Hothead down below. Once again, I highly recommend you don't miss out on next week of the season. Too much good stuff going on. Hope y'all enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe.